Good morning, my fellow family, friends, and colleagues. This is your girl, Dr. Charity, aka the Queen of Divas, and I'm here to give you your weekly encouragement on today. Well, on this beautiful, gorgeous summer day, it is so beautiful and gorgeous out there. Feels warm, a little bit humid, but it is better than all the rain that we've been having and all those storms that's been coming through the past. But see, just like you see on today, because that's exactly what I'm going to be talking about on today. As you see that sunlight reflecting off of me. The fact that you're able to hear me and see me is the blessing that everybody sees regardless. But that natural sun reflecting off of my skin and off of my face is showing the spiritual sun and what he wants to do through you, which is show forth his favor. His favor. That right there is being offered. He is not only giving you a blessing, but saying if you want a little bit more, you want to experience something that you've never seen, you want to be sitting there, you want to be saying, I'm getting ready to see something I've never seen. Hey, that's me right there. I'm getting ready. So today, I want you to just see that and know that that is favor. That is favor awaiting you because, as I've stated, and I'm going to continue to state, you're not waiting on it, it's waiting on you. So, what are you going to do? As Dorinda Clark Cole said, what should we do? Come on. So, the ball is in your court. What are you going to do about it? Well, if somebody's tuning in today and saying, well, Dr. Charity, I don't know what to do. Come on in. Lend me your ear. I got something to tell you. I got something to share with you from my own. Because today, this weekly encouragement is for everybody. But first, I'm going to partake myself. I was forced to partake in this myself. So I'm going to encourage myself as I'm encouraging you. So let's tune in. Let's dive right in. I want to go right into this one. So, on this week, beginning, if I had to give right now, let's just say it like this. I want to speak to anybody today. Anybody that's tuning in. Does anybody feel I'm going to sing the lyrics and I want you to just listen and see if you feel like this? Anybody feel like got a story to tell you of some things that I've been through? Anybody feel like that? If that's a little bit too basic, what about this one? Had some ups and some downs, level to the ground. Anybody feel like that? Had to wrestle all night long, wondering what went wrong. Anybody feel like that? I sure felt like that. Had some sunshine and some rain, heartache and some pain. Anybody feel? Anybody those lyrics? Anybody feel like they've been going through the bout of that? Where some things that you've been through, it's almost like you're almost on your flat out on your face to the ground and can't get back up. It's to the point that you can't even sleep at night, crying your eyes out, wondering what's going on, stressing, and then unable to sleep, period. The rain comes, you feel like a temptation. Man, I wish it would rain. Anybody feel like that? Anybody feel like, boy, I just wish I had some sun just to peek through just a little bit? Well, if that is you, you're who I'm talking to. Listen in. I got something to share with you from my own experience. And like I said, I'm encouraging myself as I'm encouraging you. Let's dive in. If I had to give this weekly encouragement a title, it would be honest with self. Be honest with yourself and but endure. I want you to let that resonate. Be honest with oneself, but endure because your promise is closer than you think. If somebody's asking today, well, Dr. Charity, I don't feel like that at all. The pain, the frustration, everything that I'm just going through is just too much on me. Oh my goodness, I am just at a breaking point. Well, guess what? That's what I'm here for. I have been too, listening to what I endured and still enduring because it ain't over. I'm just closer than I think. So when I came in this week I was blessed to watch the Memorial Day sermon from T.D. Jakes. And T.D. Jakes immediately went in and said, I didn't come to preach to Superman. I want you to go find your phone booth. I came to preach to Clark Kent. In layman's terms, he was saying, I didn't come to preach to no superhero. I want everybody in here to take off the suit, take off the cape, get out your boots, and put on the human being. Okay, I don't need the person that got it made in the shade. I need the person that's crying their eyes out. I need the person that's stressed. I need the person that don't know where they're going. I need the person that's confused. I need the person that's struggling when the struggle is real. I need the person that is literally at the point of kissing and just about to tap out because it's just to the point where it just feel like the whole weight of the world is just weighing you down. That's who I need to speak to. I need to speak to the person that is to the point where it ain't number tears coming out. You can't even speak and acknowledge what's going on. That's who he said he wanted to speak to. I heard that and said, now he right. But what is that? How does that pertain to me? I'm all right. The Spirit looked at me and said, so you don't understand how this pertains to you. Okay. So everything went good. Tuesday came and boy, the patients on that day were just as rude as can be. I had more rude patients that day than I've ever seen. Woo! I ain't never seen that many rude patients. Boy, that was the nastiest attitudes, no gratitude, no remorse, no nothing. Didn't matter how much I poured into them. So by the end, almost by the time I got to the middle of the halfway of my shift, I felt unappreciated. I even ended up sharing it to the significant other. I mean, I felt like a cherish. I just feel so darn unappreciated. Even after I went above and beyond and poured myself out. Well, I got some encouragement and I moved on a little bit more. Well, a dream came Wednesday and told me, said, well, there's something new about to come in your life, but you got to be ready to go in. You got to be ready to do the correct thing and don't do what you did before. Well, I didn't understand until the next day. The next day, it literally felt like everything God said over. So you still don't understand after I told and showed you. So I'm going to have to break you in. Okay, well, here you go. Hate to do it, but I'm going to have to break you. And that day, I literally had a breakdown. I'm literally sitting there to the point where I couldn't everything just weighed down. The job weighed down, the school weighed down, the personal stuff weighed down, the relationship weighed down, everything. So I just had to break down, cry a little bit, step away, and take some me time. When I took some me time, I realized what the Spirit was telling me. The Spirit was telling me through so many ways, the promise begins with you. Be real. And that's what I'm telling you today. Everybody that's tuning in, I need you to go and look in the mirror. Take the mirror out and look at yourself in the mirror and say, what is it about me that needs to be addressed so that I can be prepared to receive the promise? Because too many times we believe once we pray for it and God confirms it, we wait a few days, we wait a few weeks, we wait a few months, and then, it's all right because it's going to be easy, and then it's just going to show up. That's not the way it is. That's not how it is, and I got proof of it. Pastor Keon came in on Friday and stated, it ain't your destiny if you ain't bled for it. It is not the purpose of God. It may be your purpose, but it ain't God's purpose if you ain't never suffered. It ain't God's purpose for you if you ain't never felt crazy, if you ain't never felt cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, if you never felt uncommon, if you never felt like that this is just not, what in the world? I don't understand nothing that's going on. Well, the Bible does say lean not to your own understanding. God don't never do it where we understand it because he's spiritual. He does it on the spiritual level and don't never really bring it down to the human level till it actually fully manifests. So I'm telling you, like he said it right. Hey, if you ain't bled for it and you ain't suffering for it, it ain't God's promise, and it sure ain't God's best. And if anybody wants to say or argue with that and say, well, no, that's sometimes just God just give it to you, not without you going through and paying a price for it. And if anybody wants some natural proof, I want every woman in here that's listening. I want you to comment down below of this video. How many women have actually been impregnated, went through a pregnancy and labor and delivery and felt no pain before you held that baby? I've had 3 kids, so I'm not gonna lie, that was some pain. I've had it to the point where I was crying. I had it to the point where I almost had to hold my mouth like that to keep from shrieking because of the excruciating pain. So that's your proof right there that anything that's good, that baby is worth it. But at the end of the day, you had to go through some excruciating pain. It almost made you say, man, forget about it. If I knew that, I wouldn't even put myself in this predicament. But I said all that to say this. Be honest with oneself. I need everybody to go in today and look in the mirror, because your promise begins with you. The promise starts with you. You've got to be honest with oneself and say to yourself, am I ready? Is everything right? Okay. And then straighten out as you go. Because I'm going to put a little bug in your ear right now. If you're struggling with the pain is the process. The process is painful, but here's the good note. When you're going through the pain means you're closer to your promise than you were before. That means that baby about to drop any day. The more pain you go through, the closer you are to experiencing the promise in your life. So it does hurt, but I'm telling anybody, don't tap out. Don't tap out today. Don't tap out. Hey, be honest with yourself. Cry, scream, holler, go out there and crawl up in a corner, lay down, do whatever. Now, I'm not saying do this and go into depressed mode. I'm saying take you some time to do for yourself. Come back and endure. Progress. Because it ain't nothing. This ain't nothing. The pain is nothing but the process as you progress to your promise. But you first got to be honest with yourself and say, is there anything about me that needs to be straightened out? I got a rude awakening this week. You need to go and address yourself. Take care of yourself. Then you take care. Make sure you address it. Make sure that as long as you pouring in, they also know to pour back into you. That's both the career, that's both the school, and that's the relationship. No. You gotta address be honest with yourself. Because if you don't, then guess what? You're going to go in after a while. It's going to be all right in the beginning, but after a while, it's going to get painful. The pain going to get so excruciating, you're going to be ready to be beat down. You're going to be ready to tap out. You're going to be ready to scream, kick, cry. And the thing about it is, everybody going to look at you like something wrong with you. What is your problem? You're going to be trying to argue on your behalf, failing to realize that I did not even mention this. I didn't even address that I needed this. I never addressed it that I had this emotion. Well, that's the root of the issue right there. Don't do that. Do what TD Jakes said. Go in that phone booth, come out the cape, strip the cape off, come out the suit, step out the boots, look in yourself in the mirror and say, am I all right? Okay, I might need a little bit more of encouragement to keep going. Okay, let me go get some encouragement. I'll be all right once I get there. That's all you got to do. There's nothing wrong with that because everybody's human. Nobody's a superhero 24/7. But I'm here to encourage you today to go reflect on yourself because you're so close to the promise. But the closer you get to the promise, the more painful it gets. The more painful is the labor and delivery. I'm experiencing that in all aspects. That's why I told you I'm in a transition. The careers, I've never been in this career. I have never studied this portion of the school. I've never been in this type of relationship. So I'm not going to lie, boy, I'm going through an emotional roller coaster. Nobody's doing me wrong. The career has been great. The school is doing good. The relationship is the best. But because I ain't never been here, boy, when you feel this pain, it makes you just almost say, God, if it wasn't worth it, good Lord. Oh God, please help. I need some strength. But that's exactly what it gave me through the words that I heard from T.D. Jakes and what I heard from Pastor Keon. So I'm telling you today, go through this week reflecting on yourself. Be real with yourself. Be honest with yourself. And then after you've done that, go forth addressing it and saying, you know what, I can endure it. You know what, I am going to endure it. I am going to succeed. I am not going to succeed it overnight, but I am going to come out on top. Regardless of what it seems like, I'm going to come out on top. Because my promise is closer than I think. I'm so close. And I'm only here to tell you, when you're this close, the enemy is going to try to do everything to get you to tap out. Because he knows once you tap out, it ain't nobody else's fault but yours that you tapped out and missed out on your promise. But I'm here to tell you, you ain't got to tap out. Just be real with yourself. Ask God for the strength. Take the time that you need to yourself to get yourself together. Take in the encouragement. Take in the strength. Have the faith and push forward. Regardless of how hard it is, push forward. Push forward. Push forward. Because it's going to get better. It's got to get better. It don't rain all day. It don't rain all the time. The sun got to come out. As you see, it's been raining like crazy for the past couple of weeks. But you see a sunshine today. It can't rain all the time. So your promise is there. It's closer than you think. But you've got to be honest with yourself and work on self. Acknowledge what is it about myself that needs to be taken care of. Because then when you do that, wherever you are, whether it's the career, the business, the school, the relationship, you'll be able to pour out to them and they'll be able to pour back to you if it is meant to be. Therefore, nobody's going to feel neglected, rejected, unappreciated. Nobody feels used and abused because you were honest with yourself. So, go and reflect on yourself. Endure the pain. Do not give up. Do not tap out beginning this week. You're too close. Your promise is closer than you think. It's too close. I'm going to keep telling you this because you're too close. You're not far away from it. It's not in the future. Your future is happening. The pages is about to turn right now. So your time to reflect on yourself and make sure that everything is right and you're being honest with yourself and you're ready is now. The time is now. Don't tap out. Continue in. That's what I did. And I'm glad I did. Because then when I did it, I was able to see a little bit more that, hey, we need to, okay, let's continue to work on ourselves as we work on the career, as we work on the school, as we work with my significant other, and as we build, because it's all going to work out in our favor. It's all going to work out in my favor. It's already working out in my favor. But I had to be honest with oneself and acknowledge that even though the pain is treacherous, it is part of the process because my promise is closer than I think. Take that into consideration. Your promise is closer than you think. It's not later, it's now. So work on yourself. Go in and be honest with yourself so that you can see what is waiting right so close underneath your nose that you can't even realize it. But it's yours. It's right here waiting on you. The only thing you got to do, be honest, endure, and don't tap out. Because it's right here waiting on you. Well, that's all that I have for you on today, but tune in next week for another weekly encouragement. Please subscribe to Lady Superwoman on YouTube. That's at Lady Superwoman 9999. That's 4 9s on YouTube for all of your weekly encouragements and motivationals. And remember to go through this week, and I'm going to repeat it one more time. Look in the mirror and be honest with oneself. Take the process. The pain is the process. That doesn't mean that it ain't going to happen. It means it's closer than you think. And know that the promise is so close that you almost can feel it. So you can't tap out. Don't tap out. Because if you tap out, you miss out. You don't want to miss out on that promise. Because it's right here, right now. I love you. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.